Valdai Palace and Bunker. No longer shrouded in mystery, Vladimir Putin's alleged secret dacha on Lake Valdai, located between Moscow and St. Petersburg, was kept firmly under the radar until 2021, when anti-corruption activists exposed it to the world. More recently, details of the despot's purported private railway and station have emerged, as well as images offering a glimpse inside the luxurious main mansion. Click or scroll on for a tour of the shady estate that Putin really doesn't want you to know about. Lake Valdai Palace. While the Russian president is known to keep his cards close to his chest, two key investigations have offered a glimpse behind the gilded doors of Putin's rumored mansion in the woods. In April 2021, activists from the organization headed by jailed Kremlin critic Alexei Navalny released a shocking video revealing new details and extraordinary photographs of the forest palace. Following these revelations, investigative journalists from independent news site Proek published a further exposé on the property in February 2023, including never-before-seen interior images of Putin's alleged retreat. Let's find out more about the Lake Valdai site and delve into what the investigations uncovered. Sacred Peninsula. Lake Valdai, in the Novgorod region of northwestern Russia, is home to a number of islands. The 17th-century Valdai Iversky Monastery, pictured here, occupies one of the isles. Putin's property is situated to the east on a forested peninsula separating Lake Valdai from Lake Uzan. The Russian government owns part of the land on the peninsula, which is classified as an official presidential residence. The acreage was originally acquired by the Soviets as a retreat for Stalin in the 1930s, dubbed Stalin's dacha. However, according to image activists, Putin's alleged compound isn't located on government land. A self-contained village, the collection of around 80 buildings is situated on a 100-hectare holding that encompasses the southern part of the peninsula, along with a sliver of land spanning the western part and a swathe to the south of the peninsula. So, who owns the non-government land? According to activists, it belongs to Yuri Kovalchuk, the billionaire financier dubbed Putin's personal banker. The Navalny campaigners assert that the site is owned by a company owned by Kovalchuk called Prime, which exists solely to collect the rent. A total of 2.7 billion rubles, $35m/pound 29m, is said to have been stumped up by the Russian government between 2011 and 2021 to lease the land and buildings. The Navalny activists maintain that the property is Kovalchuk's in name only and that Putin is the real owner, though this has not been officially confirmed by the Kremlin. The compound encompasses an array of structures, from a palace to goose houses, rustic wood cabins, a Chinese pavilion, a state-of-the-art spa complex and an exquisitely constructed Russian Orthodox church, as well as a restaurant, cinema, bowling alley, billiard room, and mini casino. The story goes that the president supposedly fell in love with the place in the early 2000s and made arrangements in 2003 to have Kovalchuk acquire the deeds of the plot before commissioning an impressive array of buildings. The most palatial of the structures is Putin's rumored country mansion, which sits hidden among the pine trees. While not as monumentally grand as the infamous Putin Palace on the Black Sea coast, the 38,000-square-foot residence is exceptionally elaborate nonetheless. Mysterious Mansion. The Navalny activists pulled out all the stops to get hold of a few images of the exterior, released in their 2021 report. They no doubt bent over backwards to try to source images of the interior, but to no avail. Seemingly corroborating the image probe, Proek's investigative team later revealed a deluge of photographs of the main palace in their 2023 investigation. It's clear to see that images from both organizations depict the same ornate building. A fortified forest retreat. Security, as you'd imagine, is exceedingly tight, with the place swarming with Secret Service agents at the best of times. Guards patrol the perimeter of the compound. Boats and other vessels are banned from the lake when Putin is in residence and a no-fly zone is likely imposed too. Visitors are no doubt scrupulously searched and even the food that enters the compound and is destined for Putin and his guests has to undergo strict checks to ensure it isn't laced with poison. Lake Valdai Palace Golden Living Room. Thanks to Proect, we can take a look inside the clandestine palace. Their report included photographs of the mansion's secretive interior sourced from a contractor, which were independently verified by their team. According to the Daily Mail, Putin is said to be furious about the leaked images and information, which were published on February 28, 2023. As you can see from this shot of what the Proect journalists have dubbed the Golden Living Room, the palace is very grand indeed. Lake Valdai Palace Silver Living Room. The rooms were initially starkly modern in design, but they were completely remodeled at Putin's insistence to resemble the opulent Hermitage Museum in St. Petersburg. This is what Proect calls the Silver Living Room, which is graced with a reproduction Louis XVI three-piece suite, heavy shiny gray curtains, a glittering chandelier and other pricey touches. Lake Valdai Palace White Dining Room. Proect has christened this space the White Dining Room. Elaborately ornate, the decor is obviously a take on the room of the same name in St. Petersburg's Hermitage Museum. While it lacks framed tapestries like its inspiration, the reproduction features no end of gilded finishes, covings and Grecian-style columns. Lake Valdai Palace Music Lounge. Staying with the palace's reception rooms, the elegant music lounge is next. It features a Petrov 280-size concert grand piano in pristine white, which reporting sells for around $158,000, £123,000. Putin certainly didn't scrimp when it came to decorating his alleged Lake Valdai escape. Lake Valdai Palace Study. While his ill-equipped troops fight it out in Russia's illegal war in Ukraine, the Kremlin boss is rumored to direct the conflict from this office when in residence at the country palace. Illuminated by gilded chandeliers, the room is loaded with marquetry inlay furniture, including a vast desk and a boardroom table. Lake Valdai Palace Gilded Night Cellar. One of the more unusual spaces in the property, this room was called the Night Cellar by builders working on the project, according to Proect. By the looks of it, the space could be a wine or vodka tasting room or perhaps a games room for poker or cards. Gilded chairs take pride of place and the room is crowned with a chandelier caked in gold leaf petals that guests can tear off and keep as mementos of their visit. Lake Valdai Palace Grand Staircase. The Valdai Palace's sweeping staircase and third-floor landing with its Grecian-style columns are shown here. The Proect team's extensive investigation was impressively thorough and they were even able to get their hands on detailed plans of the property's floor plan, adding to the probe's credibility. Lake Valdai Palace Bedroom. This is reportedly Putin's second Empire-style bedroom, which, interestingly, looks similar to Napoleon III's Grand Salon in the Louvre. In keeping with the other spaces in the palace, the room, which has its very own balcony, features plenty of high-end furnishings and gold accents. According to Proect, this slightly less ornate bedroom once belonged to Putin's ex-wife Lyudmila Putina, who was married to the despot for 3 decades. The couple divorced in 2013, but the union was reportedly on the rocks for years, especially since the authoritarian leader is rumored to have begun an extramarital affair with former gymnast Alina Kabayeva in 2008. More on her in a bit. In addition to securing images of Putin and his ex-wife's bedrooms, Proect was also able to source images of the bedrooms of the former couple's 2 daughters, Maria and Katerina Putina. This bedroom in Lux Green was designed for one of their offspring, though it's unclear which one. Again, the room is sumptuously appointed, with reproduction antique furniture and plenty of gold accents. Here's the other bedroom, which has a blue color scheme. Note the French Second Empire-style sideboard, crystal chandelier and candelabras. A vaulted, barrel ceiling adorned with intricate woodwork frames the space. As is the case with the other bedrooms, the only signs of modernity are a pair of discreet tower speakers. Lake Valdai Palace Pool and Spa. Taking up the entire lower floor of the dacha is a high-end leisure space, where Putin and his associates are rumored to relax and unwind. The level boasts a swimming pool, hammam, jacuzzi, and massage table. However, this isn't the only spa complex on the wider Valdai estate, as you will discover shortly. Lake Valdai Wooden Mansion. Putin is purported to have several children with gymnast-turned-politician Alina Kabayeva. According to Proect, the autocrat has built his girlfriend and their offspring a sprawling wooden mansion on the wider Valdai estate, which is located around half a mile from the palace. Kabayeva has notched up an impressive property portfolio since she reportedly got together with the president, including a penthouse in Sochi, Proect alleges. Secret Kids Lake Valdai Playground. Image published a photo of a children's playground hidden in the woods and brimming with fun amenities. According to Proect's investigation, this was built for Putin's alleged brood of kids. Note the sun design in blue and yellow. Chances are it's been painted over, given that these are the colors of the Ukrainian flag. This combination of hues has been effectively cancelled in Russia since the start of the invasion, with blue and yellow color schemes wiped the nation over. Lake Valdai Chinese-style Pavilion. The palace and the wooden mansion are of course only 2 of a number of extravagant buildings within the compound. Putin and his family, both official and secret, really are spoiled for choice. They can choose to bunk down in a plethora of luxe spaces and take advantage of myriad amenities worthy of a 5-star resort. Just to the south of Putin's country palace is one of the standout structures in the compound, an enchanting Chinese-style pavilion, which is situated on its very own little bay. A whimsical addition to the estate, it looks like it could have been transplanted from the Forbidden City in Beijing. Within close proximity are a Chinese-style timber bridge, a gazebo that echoes the design of the pavilion, and a barbecue area. Though not as concealed as the palace, the pavilion is pretty hidden from the lake. But that didn't stop the Navalny activists from getting hold of a crisp, high-res shot of the structure. Here's the pavilion in all its glory. The custom-designed building has all the authentic detailing, including guardian lions, decorative window screens, a hip-and gable roof and carved stone pillars. Constructed in 2007, it certainly wouldn't have come cheap given the quality of the materials and expertise involved. The Navalny activists have no idea what purpose the pavilion serves and have suggested it could be a guest house. But looking at this photo of the central room, which is dominated by a traditional Chinese dining table, it's more probable the space is used as a tea house or dining space, especially since the barbecue is located a mere stone's throw away. Lake Valdai Spa Complex. Now for the compound's piece de resistance. The activists who first revealed details of the presidential retreat were surprised by the scale of the facility. No ordinary spa complex, they describe the building as Putin's alleged temple of asceticism, but it's actually more about indulgence than abstinence. Putin's rumored pamper palace spans over 75,000 square feet and rocks 3 levels, 2 of which are underground. This is the place where the Kremlin boss allegedly heads to relax with a massage, mud bath, or swim, receive beauty treatments in secrecy, have his teeth whitened and tan his skin with a sunbed session. What the activists call the epicenter of asceticism is the main massage room. Located underground, the basement space is kitted out with expensive equipment and furnishings, including a 4-poster massage daybed and a Thai massage platform, as you can see from these renders the campaigners obtained. On the other side of the room is this calming area for Swedish-style massage. No expense was spared on the treatment bed, which takes pride of place under the mood lighting. The despot must have only the best, of course, no matter the cost, and this reportedly extends to the couch he supposedly likes to lie on when he's getting a rubdown.